Dun 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 dun.
Oh no! What happened to Leon? Are you okay? Let's check his pulse. Guys, I think he's dead. We need to find out what caused Leon to pass away so suddenly. He always seemed healthy to me.
Agreed, and they have no physical injuries, so I don't know what it could be.
Guys, look, there's a bullseye rash on his arm. Maybe it's some harmful bacteria? I think we should take a closer look. I see plenty of bacteria.
That looks like Borrelia, and it just so happens to be the leading cause of Lyme disease. In extreme cases, it can kill people if left untreated without antibiotics. Lyme disease is a tick-borne illness that can cause bullseye pattern rashes, joint pain, and flu-like symptoms. I guess this means that Leon had a tick on him and didn't realize before it was too late.
I guess that was what killed Leon. Should we zoom in further to see the inner workings of the bacteria cell?
That sounds like a good idea. This way we will really be able to know how this bacteria cell works. Here goes nothing.
What's that funny-looking thing?
That's definitely the cell's membrane. We learned about it in bio class.
Cool, so what exactly is the cell membrane made up of?
Oh, I think I remember now. Here's a drawing that might help you understand. It is called the phospholipid bilayer. It is a two-layered arrangement of phosphate and lipid molecules that form a cell membrane. Those little circles with the little tails at the end are phospholipids. Phospholipids are a group of lipids with hydrophilic phospholipid heads and two hydrophobic phospholipid tails made from fatty acids. When it is hydrophobic and hydrophilic, it is called amphipathic. The polar head of the molecule contains the phosphate group and is hydrophilic, meaning that it is attracted to and will dissolve in water. The nonpolar tail of the molecule is made up of two fatty acids, which are hydrophobic, meaning they repel and do not dissolve in water.
The cell membrane is a filter of the molecules that want to enter the cell. Integral proteins help to transport molecules across the membrane and are a type of membrane protein that is permanently attached to the biological membrane. Transmembranes are regions of a protein that are hydrophobic, so that they prefer to be inserted into the cell membrane such that the parts of the protein on either side of the domain are on opposite sides of the membrane.
I've heard of something called peripheral proteins. Do we know what those are?
Peripheral proteins are proteins that adhere only temporarily to their biological membrane. They form temporary bonds with the cell membrane, allowing them to detach and reattach at specific times with specific signals. This allows the cells to coordinate and communicate using networks of proteins and reactions.
Wait, I thought that bacteria didn't have cholesterol, so what is that?
Well, there are certain bacteria that can still contain cholesterol, such as Borrelia.
In terms of cholesterol, normally bacteria cells don't have it. Cholesterol is a waxy type of fat or lipid which moves throughout your body and your blood. The body makes cholesterol, but it is also found in foods. It does not dissolve in water. Universally, eukaryotes carry cholesterol in their cell membrane, and prokaryotes do not. Even though they typically lack cholesterol, let's check to see if this bacteria has it in its phospholipid bilayer.
If Borrelia has cholesterol, does it also have glycoproteins?
To start off, glycoproteins are molecules that comprise protein and carbohydrate chains. There has been research looking into Borrelia bacteria having glycoproteins, and from what we can tell, it has flagellin. This is a type of glycoprotein that arranges itself in a hollow cylinder to form the filament in a bacterial flagellum. It is present in large amounts on nearly all flagellated bacteria.
Now you're probably wondering, what else does a cell membrane do? Well, there are junctions which keep liquid from escaping between cells.
Yep, and there are also enzymes that do the same thing they do in the cytoplasm of a cell, transform a molecule into another form. An example would be how anchor proteins can physically link intercellular structures with extracellular structures.
Don't forget about transport. Transport proteins act as doors, such as integral protein to the cell, helping certain molecules pass back and forth across the plasma membrane.
Ooh, I remember learning about recognition, which is a cell's ability to distinguish one type of neighboring cell from another. It allows cells to communicate with one another.
There's also anchorage, which is when cells attach to a solid surface, and signal transduction, which is the transmission of molecular signals from a cell's exterior to its interior.
Well guys, I think we covered most of the major functions. So now what? I guess we've officially uncovered the case of Leon's death.
Yep, it's clear he died of Lyme disease, and we could tell by looking at the bacteria in the bullseye.
We need to make sure we watch out for ticks on us when we go outside.
Actually, let's check right now, just in case.
Okay.
Oh no, Brooke, you have a tick!